Good evening and thank you for joining us. Carly, looking at your headline there, it's a great opportunity for kids up here playing hockey to be able to use that to get an education.
It is incredible. There really is nothing like having the opportunity to be a student athlete, having had the chance to do it myself, and I'm really excited for Michael and all the other Bobcats, and the Pontiacs for that matter too, that are going to have the chance to go and do that.
Fantastic. Gerard, looking like kind of a chilly weekend.
Yeah, it's been looking like that for the better part of the week, but let's see how we managed with today, all right? We started off basically overcast conditions. Those clouds have lingered around for the better part of the day. The winds gusting at one point right now west-southwest at 18, and the humidity rising slightly at 49% at the moment. And as we compare across the region, a similar story is happening in the Lakeland. We're just at 19 over there, and for the Battlefords, a bit more sunshine there, definitely for that 19 degrees.
Today was a big day at Four Wing Cold Lake. The base welcomed its new wing commander. Every 2 years there's a change in command, and as Clayton Brown reports, today saw Colonel Dave Wheeler say goodbye as a new chapter at the Air Base begins.
For the community itself, I love this. This is my fourth time here, and it is great.
Members of Four Wing, city dignitaries, and local residents filled the J.J. Parr Arena to bid farewell to Colonel Dave Wheeler.
He's an amazingly passionate man for the wing, and it was all about the family on the wing and better the quality of life, really. And he worked so well with us on City Council.
Colonel Wheeler took over as wing commander 2 years ago. Mayor Copeland believes the colonel accomplished a lot in such a short amount of time by working with the members of the base and the city.
He was stepped into a tough job because the school was closing and there was no family doctor service on the wing here. So, you know, those are two big wins that Colonel Wheeler's had in Cold Lake.
The day wasn't just about saying goodbye, though. While Colonel Wheeler may be moving on, his replacement, Colonel Patrice LaRoche, was introduced to Four Wing and the community of Cold Lake.
My whole family are so excited to be in this area. This is just great. The community has welcomed us with open arms, and everybody's been extremely nice about this. And we're really excited to be here in the community and do our part in Cold Lake.
Colonel LaRoche has spent a lot of time at 3 Wing in Bagotville, Quebec. He's also served overseas with NATO. But he says coming to 4 Wing isn't entirely new to him.
This is really the hub for the fighter force. So throughout my career, I've been coming here regularly, every year, to do training, to do exercise, to train with our allies and partners.
Unfortunately, due to Air Force procedures, Colonel Wheeler was unavailable for comment. At 4 Wing Cold Lake, Clayton Brown, Newcap News.
On Tuesday, Kitscoty RCMP, along with integrated police, drug and gang units from Edmonton, simultaneously executed 2 search warrants in the county of Vermilion River. One warrant was for a rural residence south of Kitscoty, and the other was for a rural farm property where a large marijuana grow operation was located. 253 marijuana plants with a street value of approximately $228,000 were seized, along with about $70,000 in offense-related property. 2 people have been charged with production of marijuana, possession for the purposes of trafficking, and possession of property obtained by crime. They'll be appearing in Lloydminster Provincial Court on July 5th. On Wednesday, Unity RCMP responded to a report of a burned-out 2009 Dodge pickup truck. Police found it just southwest of Macklin in the rural municipality of I Hill. Members say the truck had heavy fire damage to the cab and front end. The vehicle was reported stolen from Calgary and is believed to have been abandoned between Saturday, June 18th and Tuesday, June 21st. If you have any information about this case, please contact the Unity RCMP Detachment or Crime Stoppers. The owner of the rundown house on 50th Ave and 55th Street in Lloydminster is speaking out to defend the current state of his property. After being issued a notice in May to clean up or possibly lose his home, Ken Nelson feels the consequences are extreme. Kathy Lee spoke to Nelson and has his side of the story.
This is what Ken Nelson's house looked like a month ago, but today it's flowers and trees that fill his front lawn.
My yard is a pretty yard. I have apples. Like these trees are grafted. There's different grafts on different trees. I had one in the backyard. I had 27 different apples on one tree.
Living here for almost 3 decades, Nelson is angry about possibly losing his home due to its messy state.
It's messy. Like I'm a bachelor. I live here alone. So like I should be able to live the way I want to.
Nelson was issued a cleanup order by Prairie North, and council came together last month to discuss possible actions if he doesn't clean up.
This has been a long-standing item that we've been following up on for public safety, public protection, and for the devaluation of properties in the area. And so for all of those reasons, public safety being the primary one, we've proceeded to proceed down the nuisance dwelling.
Like, see, these are raspberries. Like, they're really tasty raspberries. Look at them.
There's less than a week left before Nelson has to face council again, and although we never saw the inside of the house, he remains firm it's not as bad as it's been made out to be.
To me, it's organized. To you, you might say it's a mess. But I could go in your house and say, well, now look, your organization is a mess to me. It's a personal opinion.
At this point, Nelson says he's fed up and wants to be left alone.
Well, I'm just saddened that people are that sick in the head that they have to destroy other people's lives just to make themselves feel better, I guess is what they're doing. Because there's nothing wrong here.
While the wait for June 30th looms ahead, Nelson is prepared for a backup plan.
I like it here, but I suppose if they don't rip my house down, what I'll do is I'll sell it and get out of here.
Kathy Lee, Newcap News.
Leading manufacturing group held a grand opening in Vermilion today. Its new facility fabricates large tanks for use in the oil industry. Mike Baden was there and explains how the business will be investing in not only the local economy, but the community as well.
There we go.
Lee Gottslich says this was the perfect time to open a new fabrication plant in the Midwest.
It's a competitive market, but with the price of oil today and the low differential between heavy oil and light oil, heavy oil is very attractive.
Gottslich has been working with many people for the past year and feels he has assembled a great team to move this company forward.
We have the best people. You can have all the equipment, you can have the best facility you can build, but you got to have the people.
We right now we're sitting with about 50 employees on the floor on the shop level, and we could use probably another 50 more is the key to get about roughly close to 100. And a lot of people like it. You know, it opens up a lot of job opportunities for this town.
All new employees receive a variety of skills training in specialized fields.
We'll work with them. We'll build them up to be a welder if that's what they want to do for a trade. Others come in as a welder, and we'll test them, get them qualified, and show them how we do things, and go from there.
Site work began back in September 2010, and the 40,000 square foot building was completed in late April. Mike Baden, Newcap News.
After the break, we'll hear the latest numbers for Saskatchewan's ever-growing population, and we'll see how the mother of all garage sales is raising funds for a local charity.